Hey guys, and welcome to A Gunner Down Under. In today's video we're going to be previewing the FA Cup quarter-final between Arsenal and Watford. Now we're going to this match, our home match, on the back of a 4-0 win against Hull City away. It was a replay, it was a great response. Drew with the double, Walcott with the double. It was ultimately, get the job done, 4-0, move on. It was one of those routine wins that we haven't had in months. Now I've got Watford at the Emirates. Another quarter-final, our third in succession, and we're looking to make another Wembley semi-final. Now, for me, I don't think Wenger's going to make too many changes. Obviously, the injuries in midweek were very serious and very annoying for us supporters because we thought we were suddenly getting all these players back and we were only waiting for really Jack Wilshere and Cazorla. And now we've got Aaron Ramsey, Gabriel and Mertesacker. Now, I've heard good news about Mertesacker. His head injury is cleared up and it's likely that he will play in the FA Cup. It's just who he's going to partner, with. It's touch and go with Gabriel and obviously Koscielny. We're still a bit unknown onto when his return will be and whether we risk him in the FA Cup. And then you've got Barcelona and then Premier League. So not only is this important just for this game alone to make it to another semi-final and to potentially go on and win our third FA Cup in succession, it's a judge of our strength in numbers and what changes can we afford to make and sacrifices can we afford to make in order to put the best foot forward in the Premier League, because obviously with Barcelona we're 2-0 down. It's going to be very difficult to beat them at home in Spain next week, and obviously then Watford is FA Cup and we've been winning that the last couple of seasons and we seem to be taking that with a bit of seriousness, but not too much, because we have been making changes. We had Flamini at right back at one point against Hull City, so I think the players that should be rewarded are obviously going to be Giroud and Walcott. I think they got us through in the previous round, so all the players that played well in that game should continue on. So that's the same as Iwobi and Campbell. Midfield-wise, I was very happy with El Nene. I thought he was one of the better players on the match against Hull City, so I'd like to see him start. Coquelin, I don't know if we want to risk him, so you could obviously put Chambers there or Flamini. Chambers might have to be a makeshift centre-back for the match, as might Monreal, as Gibbs, might pick up the left-back role once again, and then maybe Chambers can go right-back, depending on what the centre-back partnership is with Espina in goal. So I don't see too many changes. I'd probably like to see you'd have Ozil, Sanchez, Welbeck on the bench, just to have a bit of power in case, God knows, we need a goal in the last 5 minutes and, we're 1-1 up or 2-1 down or something and we need to stay in it. So I don't think it's going to be too different to what we saw against Hull City. I'd like to see the same approach tactically. Again, it was similar to the Tottenham game where we kind of sat deep, we egged them on a little bit and then we hit them on the break. So hopefully that's the kickstart that we need for the rest of the season in all competitions, not only the FA Cup but obviously Champions League, to show a bit of fight, and then Premier League. Now, this is the big one. Midweek next week, how many of these players do we bring back in? Ozil, Sanchez. Do we bring all our stars back in and really try to go for a dream progression in the Champions League, or do we honestly rest them for the Premier League? Because there's two reasons. Do you play them and risk injuries in a game where you're likely to lose and it means nothing? Plus the travel. I know it's not far from the UK to Spain, but you have to take that into account. And if you don't play them, people say, well, they need the game time. We can't keep shifting them in and out of the team, and that's going to mess up chemistry and the morale of the team, and you just need to play them and get the games under their belt no matter what the result is or the overarching meaning of the game. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, because I think that's going to really judge how we go in the Premier League and the rest of the season and just down the track. We need to really find a good balance between FA Cup, Champions League, and Premier League, because this is often the period of the season where we kind of drop off because we're not sure how we prioritise games and players and fitness-wise, and rushing players back from injury and getting desperate in injuries and playing players that aren't ready. So it's just really important that Wenger really takes the FA Cup seriously, because we want to win it, and then Champions League is when it gets interesting. What do we do there? Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm confident we're going to get through it. I'm tipping a 3-1 win against Watford at home. I think they're going to come out and attack, but I think we're going to score a couple of goals, and I'd like to see Walcott and Giroud continue on their good form, and we can get through to another Wembley semi-final, which would be fantastic. Anyway guys, thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Go the Gunners.